Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Alton Podcast. My name's Austin. How's it going, Colton?
It's going pretty good. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't complain, man. You ready for today's topic?
I'm very excited for today's topic.
What is it, Colton?
Today's topic, everybody, AirPods Pro have not only been announced, but they have finally hit the store. You can get them the day you're listening to this podcast, actually. They're available starting October 30th, 2019, and they'll run you for a hefty $249 USD. And me and Austin, we're going to get into the details here. We're going to tell you guys, if it's worth it or not compared to other competitors.
Yeah, I love how they snuck this in right when the Echo Buds is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of peeping it out there. This was announced, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
And they're already releasing it, shipping it. I mean, nobody really knew about it.
Right. Now, I'm not sure why they didn't release this at the iPhone 11 event. I mean, that was just last month?
Yeah, they must have had this ready if they're releasing it this fast.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Because, we know Apple. It only takes 1 day of PR to get everybody knowing about it. So, I'm just kind of wondering what held them off another month. But, that's kind of beside the point. But there are some interesting new features and audio technology in this new AirPods Pro is what they're calling them. You want to walk us through some of those, Austin?
Yeah, so, they're doing a lot of the same stuff every other company is doing right now. They have the 5 hours of playback, which is standard. Mm-hmm. They have the quick 5-minute charge, which I don't know if they're all 5 minutes, but it's pretty standard. A quick charge, it gives you about an hour of playback time. Mm-hmm. They're still using that lightning cable. I would like to see USB-C.
It's lightning to USB-C. So it's actually USB-C.
It's USB to USB-C.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's hope. But,
just make it universal, guys. Like, I get it. They want to have the proprietary software.
Right.
Or hardware, I should say. But
yeah.
It's nice just to have one cord for everything. Like, if I want to charge my phone, if I want to charge, my headphones, for example, they're USB-C.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Just nice to have.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're okay. I don't know if they're worth the price.
Yeah. On top of the average battery specs, they are flaunting their audio tech. They have active noise cancellation. That's pretty standard. Transparency mode, that is becoming more standard. They have adaptive EQ. That's also standard. Everything here is pretty standard. And they're just introducing themselves into that, I guess, premium audio market with a price tag of $250. And so how many people do you think are going to buy these, Austin? Do you think they're going to be hot or not?
It's Apple.
Yeah.
And people buy the name.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, Nike shoes, just like Samsung, just like Apple iPhones. You buy the name.
Yeah.
So I feel like people are going to buy this product. I just don't know, this review I'm reading on TechCrunch, it's saying the sound was great.
Okay.
But who's behind their sound? Like, who made the speakers?
Right.
Was it Apple? Was it Bose, like the Echo Buds? Was it Beats?
Yeah. If anybody, it'll be sound? Beats. Because they currently have that contract with Apple exclusive headsets. But
wouldn't they want to announce that they're Beats speakers? I would want to put that on my product.
Of
course. Why isn't it on here?
But the thing is, they're not. So, it says the chip here is H1-based system in package. It doesn't say it's Apple branded. So it's probably just a basic driver of some sort. I'm just scrolling through these specs here. Nothing is really custom other than it's just another pair of Apple Pods.
And, the form factor is kind of cool. They're a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Than the Apple AirPods.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah.
They do have a really cool system going on, I think at least, to make sure it fits correctly in the ears and you're not getting any leakage.
Right. This is definitely my favorite form factor. in an earbud.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It'll tell you if the seal is good in your ear or not, because everybody's ear is different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really needed thing for all headphones, not just the wireless ones.
Right.
But, I mean, that's the best feature I see, and I don't want to pay $250 for that.
Right. I mean, like I was saying, it's just your average wireless earbud when it comes to the technology and the performance and whatnot. It's really just that price tag that is going to throw a lot of people off. I personally am not going to get them only because they're not that compatible with Android devices. I'm not switching with Apple just to use some earbuds. But I mean, like I said, they are the best form factor. They do still have a wireless charging case, as Austin stated earlier. It is a little bit wider of a charging case, so that's going to be interesting. I thought that wasn't going to be a big deal, but then I saw people commenting on Marquez Brownlee's tweet about these, and one person was actually complaining about how big the original AirPods wireless case was. So he said, you're not going to like these then because they're bigger. So I guess it is a problem that AirPod wireless charging cases are, I guess, too big for some people's pockets or something like that.
That would be hard, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you wear skinny jeans a lot, maybe. But other than that, I don't see why they would be such a big issue. But it is something worth noting that the wireless charging case is bigger on this one.
Absolutely. And you know, this makes me wonder with everyone's making these wireless headphones. It's becoming a big thing. It's definitely going to be the new norm coming up.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It kind of already is.
It is, yeah.
So, what do you think? Do you think Apple's going to go into the home version? Like, do you think they're going to make an Alexa style and a Google style home system?
They already do.
They do.
It's called the Apple Home. It's been around for like 3-4 years, Austin. Where you been?
Wow. It must not be doing good. I don't know anybody that has it, uses it, runs it. I mean...
Yeah.
Did it flop?
I'm not so sure if it flopped because they did come out with at least a second version. But I don't know. I mean, I don't remember if they were the first one to do it. But granted how long it's been, I wouldn't be surprised if they were the first one to have done it. And then Google and Amazon came very shortly after. I mean, hell, Samsung even has one for Bixby. So it's obviously a hot thing. I have my free one from Spotify coming here in the next week. So that's a Google Home Mini, by the way. So, I mean, they're hot. I just don't know if Apple's is because I don't know anyone who really uses it. Even Apple people. When you ask somebody, it's always Google or Alexa.
Yeah, you never hear Apple. I didn't even think they had one.
Yeah, maybe it's
so
just that much under the radar.
Not doing good.
Right. And I don't know anybody who has a Bixby speaker.
Oh my god, same.
Dude, I don't even think tech YouTubers use those.
It's sad. Like, nobody uses Bixby. I don't use Bixby.
Bixby is, okay, I'm not going to say it's trash, because it does have some super interesting features. Like, for example, my favorite feature on it is you can take a picture of a building, and it'll tell you what that building is, and give you history on it and stuff like that, no matter what angle you take.
That part is cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty impeccable, if you ask me. But man, I don't know where I was going with this. But other than that, nobody uses Bixby because it's not Google. It's just that simple. If you want a search engine, it's Google. If you're in the U.S. at least. Yeah,
and I'm just wondering if they're gonna integrate their home with these AirPods coming up, because that's the drawing factor for me with the Echo Buds, was that I can use it to control everything at my house remotely.
Right.
From now on.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's massive, man.
It's all about the ecosystem, man. You know how me and you used to be like, man, the ecosystem, don't get sucked into it, but here we are. here we are. We don't realize it,
I know.
but we're in it, dude. We're in it.
We're deep in it. We're sucked into it, man. It's awful.
I mean, I'm all in on the Google stuff. You're all in on the Apple, or not Apple. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to degrade you like that.
Don't you dare say that.
You're all in on the Amazon stuff, and
Absolutely.
yeah. And then I obviously know a lot of people who are in on the Apple stuff. So, I mean, it's just crazy.
And it's gonna stay that way. I wonder if these are secretly like hidden gems.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the price is really good, but for $250 you can almost get Beats.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Beats.
You can almost get Bose over-ear headphones that are wireless. I mean, why would you want to do these? What's the advantage?
Portability.
But is portability worth it?
I mean, okay. If people want convenience, they will pay for it. It's that simple. I think a lot of people who listen to music a lot are going to buy these. But if you don't listen to music a lot, I don't see people buying these.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And this is going to go with our last conversation on ecosystems. If people have Apple phones, if they have an Apple Watch, they're going to get the Apple AirPods.
I mean, of course. I mean,
it's not going to be a matter of is it worth it or is it good. It's just going to be a matter of I have everything else. I'm going to buy this.
Right. I mean, it's a no-brainer once you're so far into an ecosystem. I mean, it's one of the main reasons why I'm looking or waiting so desperately for Google Pixel Buds 2.0 is because I know they're going to work flawlessly with my Android device. It's just that simple.
Don't get those. That was the last podcast, by the way, so if you guys haven't watched that one yet, go back a video.
Oh, yes.
We're a little late on that one, but...
But we got it out to you guys. That's all that matters.
But,
man.
Other than that, I can't think of anything to add. Mm-hmm. I mean, can you think of anything to add to this?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm going to tell you a lot of people are going to impulse buy these simply because they're already available right now. So, I don't know.
I think it's going to be all impulse buys.
Yeah.
It's almost going to be. I mean, it just makes sense. I can't see why else these are priced the way they are. Mm-hmm. And the technology they're showing is everything else.
Right.
So why is it called Pro? Like, it doesn't seem like it needs that title.
So,
to me.
I think they're calling it Pro because I don't think the regular AirPods have noise cancellation, transparency mode, and adaptive EQ. I don't think the regular ones have any of those new audio technologies. And I think that's obviously their main selling point and obviously why they're called Pro.
So they're called Pro because they're now on par with everything else out there.
Yes.
That's sad.
That's
horribly sad, and they're upcharging by $70, man.
Man, have you listened to Apple AirPods though?
Yeah, I used the original AirPods, and this was a while back. I don't really recall what they sounded like. They didn't make a good impression because I would have recalled them, I think.
Really?
They sounded okay to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I like overhead ears.
Okay.
I prefer that. I think they have a better speaker in them. It's got a little more bass behind them because it's a larger speaker.
Got it.
I prefer it personally. But these Sensos you had me get.
Yeah.
It's been so long. I prefer the Sensos over the AirPods.
Really? And just so you guys
man.
know, Sensos that me and Austin have, they're like $20 on Amazon for comparison's sake. Are you seriously telling me that they sound better?
I like them more. I think I get more volume out of these, and I maybe charge these every 7-8 hours of playtime.
Right. So, going based off the Senso stuff here, I think that AirPods do have a richer sound, but they are super close when it comes to audio quality. And the Sensos, I believe, have, an 8-hour playtime on a single charge, yeah?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The second, impeccable right there.
It's perfect. And, again, we're seeing this right here. Mm-hmm. That I'm just looking at this quick little review. The Amazon Echo Buds are releasing at $129.99 with the Bose noise cancellation. Mm-hmm. You have the Sony noise canceling M3s coming out at $229, and you have these Apple AirPod Pros coming out at $250 with nothing that nobody else doesn't have already.
Interesting.
So why $250?
I mean,
why the Pro?
You said it in the beginning. You said it in the beginning, Austin. It's the brand. People are going to buy it because of the brand.
It pains me too, and I'm hoping that with the home environment, the home ecosystem coming more into a play, these Echo Buds and these Google Pixel Buds 2 are going to sell better than these Apple Pros.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Maybe they'll get off the ecosystem of their phone and their watch if it controls the house.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, I mean, it really depends.
So, I think that's it for this podcast, unless Colton has anything else.
I think that is it, my guy.
Okay, well, hey, if anybody listening, please follow us on all channels that we have. We have a whole bunch from now: Spotify, YouTube. Mm-hmm. What? Yep. We have Breaker Podcasts?
You know what? I'll name them off, all of them. Excuse me, simply because we haven't done that in a long time. Okay? So let me hit this view public page here. All right, everybody. We are on Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, and Anchor. And if you forgot, we are also at altonpodcast.com. Hit us up, altonpodcast.com, and at Alton Podcast on Twitter and Discord. Join the discussion with us. Thank you guys for listening.